Okay, so now we're going to put this assembly, this form assembly, in this boat and secure it in there temporarily. And by temporarily, I mean we're going to put it in here long enough so that we can add the chines in, these guys, the long chines, and put the bottom permanently on the boat. And then after that point, we will take this out. Okay, so as I mentioned in the last video, we need to figure out where you like the shape of the boat, right? So you push this thing all the way down, you push the sides down so they're all touching the piece of masonite underneath. And if you like where it is in the boat and you like the shape of the boat, right? So let's see. I think I can move it a little bit farther forward, kind of like that. Then you hold it there and you take a pencil and you put a mark. Okay, so I've got a mark there. Now, I would like this form to be parallel to this transom. So to make that happen, I'm going to have to get something that I can measure with. So if you have nothing, you can use the chine piece that you have, but I have a shorter stick, so I'm going to use this stick. And I have this, I have my mark that I put there, so I'm going to stick this little chine, this little stick in here, right? And I'm going to come back to where it's touching the transom, and I'm going to put a mark on that, right? So now I can move over to this side, right? And I can put this mark right at that same point on the transom, put this in here, and now I know where this has to be. So I can kind of put that line on there and draw it here. So when I push this in place, this side will be touching right here, and this side will be touching right here. Okay? So I'm going to have to tape this in place. So I'm going to get a few pieces of tape. I'm going to end up using 8 pieces of tape, but I can start out with 4. And then I can check to make sure it's going well. And then I'll put 4 more. Okay. So I've got a piece of tape here, and I've got my form assembly pushed down to the ground. Now, if you have something that has some weight in it, like I have this water bottle, I'm going to put my water bottle right there to hold this down flat. And now all I have to really hold down to make sure it's flat is the sides here. So I'm going to just hold this side. I'm pushing it down so it's touching right here and right here. Right? And I've got my pencil line lined up. Right, so I've got my pencil line right there. I've got my tape, and I'm just going to slide this in. And I'm going to tape it in place. Okay. So I've got some of the tape on this side, some of the tape on this side. Right? All right. Now I'm going to take my other piece of tape here. I'm going to slide this forward so I can move this so that I'm lined up. So this is holding the, my water glass here is holding the form assembly flat onto the masonite, and I can use my hand over here. I'm pushing down so that here the side is touching, and I've got my pencil line kind of showing right here. And I'm just going to slip a piece of tape in here so that I can tape it to both the form and the side. Okay? All right. Now, if you notice, I don't know if you can see that, but this is sliding a teeny tiny bit away from the form there. So I'm going to take a rubber band and put this on there to hold this together. So I've got a rubber band here, and I'm just putting it right over where the form is, right? So I've got that, and I'm going to do that on the other one as well. So I can take this off, take my rubber band, and slip this right over here, kind of directly over where the form is, holding the sides. Holding the sides to the form. Okay, I'm going to put this back on, put this weight back on here. Now, if you glued this up, your front form and your back form are already parallel, so as long as this back form is parallel to the transom, you're good to tape the front. So I'm going to see if I can get this in better by folding it in half like this, and then sliding it into that corner. Okay, and taping on both sides. Yep, that went pretty well. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to fold the non-sticky sides together, put a crease in the middle, put that crease right along that line, and tape it. Okay, let's see how it's come out. Okay, so far so good. Okay, and I'll cover the next 4 pieces of tape in the next video.